If you're in your 30s and still handling money like you did in your 20s, you're setting yourself up for a disaster you won't see coming until it's too late.
Your 20s were for figuring things out, making mistakes, recovering, learning. You had time on your side.
Your 30s? The clock just sped up. Every year you waste now costs you exponentially more than a wasted year in your 20s.
And yet most people hit 30 and keep living exactly the same way. Same spending habits, same priorities, same financial choices.
Except now, those choices aren't just delaying your future, they're destroying it.
In your 20s, you could spend your whole paycheck and it was fine. Next month, another paycheck. No big deal.
You could quit jobs impulsively, move cities on a whim, live with roommates, eat ramen, sleep on couches. It was all part of the experience.
You can make terrible financial decisions and recover. Blow your savings on a trip, whatever. You're young. You'll make it back.
And you did make it back. Because in your 20s, time is your biggest asset. You have decades to correct mistakes.
But somewhere between 29 and 30, the rules changed. And most people didn't notice.
Now you're 32, 35, 38, and you're still acting like consequences don't compound.
Still spending everything, still putting off investing, still telling yourself you'll get serious about money later.
Except later is now, and you're running out of time to build what you need.
Here's what most people don't understand. In your 20s, if you don't invest, you miss out on growth. That's bad, but manageable.
In your 30s, if you don't invest, you miss out on compound interest during the most powerful years. That's not just bad, that's devastating.
Someone who invests $10,000 at age 25, by 65, that's over $170,000, assuming 7% returns.
Someone who waits until 35 to invest that same $10,000, by 65, that's only $85,000.
Half the growth because they waited 10 years. Those 10 years in your 30s are worth more than 20 years in your 50s and 60s.
But people in their 30s still think they have time. I'm still young. I'll start investing soon. No, you're not that young anymore.
Let's talk about what nobody mentions. In your 20s, you could work 80 hours a week and bounce back. Party Friday, work Saturday, no problem.
In your 30s, your body doesn't recover like that anymore. You can't just grind endlessly without consequences.
Which means you can't hustle your way out of bad financial decisions the way you could before.
You can't just pick up extra shifts, work 3 jobs, sleep 4 hours and be fine. Your health will break before you fix your money.
So you need to be smarter, not harder working. You need systems, not just effort.
In your 20s, responsibilities were optional. Don't want to deal with something? Just don't.
In your 30s, responsibilities are mandatory. Maybe you have kids, or aging parents, or a mortgage, or all 3.
You can't just quit your job because you're bored. You can't move home with your parents if things get tough. You have people depending on you.
Which means every financial mistake you make doesn't just hurt you, it hurts everyone connected to you.
The stakes got higher, but most people's decision-making didn't mature to match.
In your 20s, you had time to waste. You could spend 2 years figuring out what you wanted to do, no big deal.
In your 30s, every year matters. Wasting a year now isn't just lost time, it's lost compound growth, lost career advancement, lost opportunity.
You're in your peak earning years. This is when you should be maximizing income and investing heavily.
But if you're still partying every weekend, spending on experiences instead of building, treating money like it's unlimited, you're blowing the most important financial decade of your life.
First thing that needs to change: how you spend money.
In your 20s, going out 3 nights a week, buying drinks, Ubers, late-night food, that felt normal.
In your 30s, that same behavior is financial self-sabotage. $300 a week on going out is over $15,000 a year.
$15,000 a year invested from age 30 to 65 at 7%, that's over $1.8 million.
You're trading nearly $2 million in retirement for what? Hangovers and forgettable nights?
We're not saying never have fun. We're saying your fun to investment ratio needs to flip.
20s, 80% fun, 20% serious. 30s, flip it. 20% fun, 80% building.
If that sounds depressing, you're still thinking like a 20-year-old. Growing up isn't depressing. Staying broke at 50 is depressing.
Second thing, fear of missing out needs to end.
Your 20s were about saying yes to everything, every trip, every concert, every friend's destination wedding.
In your 30s, you need to learn to say no because you're not missing out. You're choosing your future over someone else's Instagram moment.
That friend's birthday trip to Mexico, 5 days, $2,000, you're not obligated to go.
But people in their 30s still feel guilty saying no. They see everyone else going and think they should too.
Except everyone else going is also broke, and in 10 years, you'll all be broke together, reminiscing about that one trip to Cancun.
Or you say no, invest that $2,000, and in 10 years, you have options they don't have.
Real FOMO should be fear of missing out on financial security, fear of missing out on retiring early, fear of missing out on freedom.
Third thing, you need an emergency fund, not eventually, now.
In your 20s, if an emergency happened, you could ask parents for help, move back home, figure it out.
In your 30s, that's not an option anymore. Car breaks down, medical emergency, job loss. You need to handle it.
6 months of expenses, minimum, sitting in an account you don't touch.
Most people in their 30s have less than $500 saved. That's not an emergency fund. That's one emergency away from disaster.
This isn't optional luxury. This is adult financial survival.
Fourth thing, retirement investing stops being something you'll do later.
In your 20s, not contributing to a 401k was dumb, but you had time to make up for it.
In your 30s, not contributing is borderline financial suicide. Every year you wait costs you tens of thousands in lost growth.
If you're 35 and have nothing saved for retirement, you need to be putting away at least 20% of your income now.
That sounds impossible? Figure it out, because the alternative is working until you're 75.
Your 35-year-old self thinks 55-year-old you has time. 55-year-old you will hate 35-year-old you for thinking that.
Hard truth number one, some of your friends are still living like they're 25. And they're dragging you down with them.
The friend who always wants to go out, the friend who makes you feel boring for staying in, the friend who says you only live once every time you mention saving money.
These people are not bad people, but they're on a different path than you need to be on.
And if you keep matching their lifestyle, you'll end up in the same place they're headed, which is nowhere financially.
In your 20s, friend groups were everything. In your 30s, you need to be okay with growing apart from people who aren't growing.
That sounds harsh, but it's reality. Your financial future is more important than maintaining friendships with people who don't respect your goals.
Hard truth number two, that lifestyle you're living, you probably can't actually afford it.
Nice apartment in an expensive area, new car, designer clothes, eating out constantly, subscriptions to everything.
If you're spending 95% of your income maintaining this lifestyle, you can't afford it.
But it looks good. Your Instagram looks successful. Your friends think you're doing well.
And meanwhile, you're living paycheck to paycheck with nothing saved. That's not success, that's a facade.
Real success in your 30s is having a paid-off car, money in the bank, and a boring apartment. Not looking rich while being broke.
Hard truth number three, you keep saying you have time. You don't.
35 feels young. It is young in terms of life. It's not young in terms of compound interest.
From 35 to 65 is 30 years. That's decent, but it's not the same as 40 or 50 years from 25.
The difference between starting at 30 and starting at 35 is hundreds of thousands of dollars at retirement.
Every year you delay, you need to save more to catch up. Eventually, catching up becomes impossible.
So when you say, I'll start next year, what you're really saying is, I'm okay retiring later and poorer.
Here's what needs to happen. Your priorities need to completely flip.
20s priorities, fun, experiences, friends, living for now.
30s priorities, security, investing, building, living for your future self.
This doesn't mean no fun. It means fun becomes the reward for doing the important stuff first.
Pay yourself first. Invest first. Build emergency fund first. Then with what's left, have fun.
Not the other way around. You can't spend everything and save what's left. There's never anything left.
Second shift. automate everything important.
Your 20s, you handled money manually, decided each month what to save, what to invest, usually ended up saving nothing.
In your 30s, you automate. Paycheck hits, money automatically goes to retirement, savings, investments.
You never see it. You never make a decision about it. It just happens.
This is how you remove willpower from the equation. You're forcing your future self to win.
Third shift, change what you measure.
In your 20s, you measured success by experiences. How many countries you visited, how many cool things you did.
In your 30s, you need to measure success by numbers. Net worth, savings rate, investment growth.
Not because numbers are more important than experiences, because the numbers determine what experiences you'll be able to afford in 20 years.
Track your net worth monthly. Watch it grow. That growth should excite you more than another night out.
Fourth shift, you need to get comfortable with boring.
Boring apartment, boring car, boring weekends, boring meals at home.
Boring is how you build wealth. Exciting is how you stay broke.
Every person you know who's actually wealthy in their 40s and 50s, they had boring 30s.
They stayed home. They cooked. They invested. They said no to things.
And now they have freedom, while the people who had exciting 30s are trapped in jobs they hate because they can't afford to leave.
Choose your hard. Boring 30s with free 40s and 50s, or fun 30s with trapped 40s and 50s.
Here's what nobody tells you about your 30s. This is your last chance to set up a good life.
Not your last chance to make money, not your last chance to be successful, but your last chance to do it with time as your ally.
After 40, you're fighting uphill. You can still win, but it's harder. You need more money, more discipline, more sacrifice.
Your 30s are the sweet spot. You're old enough to have earning power, young enough to have compound interest on your side.
But the window is closing. Every year you waste makes the next year harder.
Your 45-year-old self is watching you right now. What you do in your 30s determines their entire life.
Are you giving them a foundation? Money saved, investments growing, good habits locked in?
Or are you leaving them with nothing? Debt, no savings, same bad habits, and way less time to fix it.
Your 35-year-old decisions create your 55-year-old reality.
And 55 comes faster than you think. Ask anyone in their 50s. They'll tell you their 30s felt like yesterday.
So you need to decide right now. Are you going to keep acting like you're in your 20s?
Going out constantly, spending everything, putting off investing, telling yourself you have time.
Or are you going to grow up financially? Make the mature choices, do the boring but important things.
Because here's the truth. Your 30s are not your 20s. The rules changed, the stakes got higher, time sped up.
And pretending otherwise doesn't make it less true. It just makes the consequences worse.
We're not telling you to stop living. We're telling you to start building.
Build security. Build wealth. Build the foundation for the life you actually want.
Your 20s were for exploring. Your 30s are for executing.
If you're in your 30s and this made you uncomfortable, good. That discomfort is telling you something.
Listen to it. Make different choices. Stop acting like time is unlimited. It's not.
If this hit home, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real talk about money and growing up financially.
Drop a comment. What's the hardest thing about financial responsibility in your 30s? Let's talk about it.
Your 30s aren't your 20s. It's time to act like it. See you next time.